Hey Avakins, thanks for joining us for our first ever suggestions live stream. I'm Lockwood Adam. With me today I have Lockwood Abby.
Hey everyone.
Unfortunately Jess can't join us today because she's not very well.
Yeah, she's really poorly, so if we can go over to her Instagram and put lots of purple hearts on all her posts to make her feel better, that'd be great.
That would be good. The purpose of this event is so that we can feed back to you on your suggestions for Avakin Life. We can let you know if something's possible now, maybe possible in the future, or if something isn't possible at all. Please try and avoid repeating the same questions in the stream. If you've missed any of the answers in the video, it will be viewable on our YouTube channel in around an hour after the stream is finished, so you can always watch it again later. Please remember to be respectful in the chat. We do have moderators in there, and they won't hesitate to block you if you're being a bit disruptive. Okay, so let's see some suggestions coming through.
See what we've got.
And we'll pick some out and talk about them.
Oh, Harry Potter ones. Okay, so we get a lot of requests for specific brands in the game. This could be designer brands or merch for films or games and such. And we can't give that to you unless we've got permission from them first to give that item to you, which is why you send all your lovely ideas to us and we can't do them all straight away. But for wands, I'm pretty sure we have got some, or at least we did have some out at Halloween. So wands have already been in the game. They were like witches wands rather than like specifically Harry Potter wands, but it's close enough.
Yeah, it's a wand is
a wand is a wand.
Stick.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that. Earlier on this week we asked that you submitted some suggestions via our forums at avakin.com. I'm just going to go through a few of them now and we'll kind of break those down for you. I've got a suggestion here. Bring every single item that was available in 2014 or a different year. I can predict people will purchase them. Well, the items, we do bring them back in waves. The thing is, we have thousands and thousands of items in game now. If we were to have them all available all the time, it would be quite overwhelming.
You'd never be able to see anything new.
Yeah. So what we generally tend to do is we have them as seasonal or limited release. You can see that reflected with the icon releases as a good example.
Very much so.
They usually come back for a sale at the end of the year, but the general consensus is that they are available for 2 weeks at a time, and they're limited edition.
I think in general keeping items to a limited time as well kind of puts a little bit of a stamp on them, and it's nice and unique for you as a player to be able to collect certain items and not everybody have them. And if you're lucky, we have released some recolours of different items from many years ago, so stuff does make a reappearance. You just kind of have to keep an eye out for it and be patient with us, especially because we are constantly creating new stuff for you. We need to be able to have space to do all of that. So yeah, we do try and bring you as much stuff as you want and popular stuff, but we won't get anything new done if all we were doing was bringing old stuff back.
Yeah, exactly. Nail on the head with that. Okay, I've got another suggestion here from the forums. My suggestion is if someone wants to get rid of the clothes, they can gift them to other players. Well, this is a pretty great idea. As with a lot of responses that we're going to be giving you here, we need to put a system in place for that kind of thing to work. I'm not saying that it definitely will happen. I'm not saying anything that's mentioned in this suggestions stream will actually happen, but we can tell you that that's a great idea. We have thought about it in the past, but we wouldn't implement it without a decent system being in place beforehand.
Yeah.
Cool. Another one coming from the forums as well. My suggestion is to add more rings or female stuff and earrings. Now you'd have noticed that with Avakin, some of the item slots that are available, they're a little bit limited at the moment. They haven't really changed much since our release in 2013. We are looking at ways of adding additional slots for your suggestion items, like piercings, for example. That gets suggested quite a lot. by the community, and we're not ignoring these suggestions. It's just that we don't have a way of putting them into the game right now. So
we are working on something, but it's quite a big project, and obviously it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of work from the team, and everyone wants to make sure that everything's perfect for when you do get it, and we'd rather put in the time now to make sure that everything is like spotless for you, than give you a system that doesn't work, because that's not fair on you guys. It'd be frustrating, and we just want to give you something that we can all be really happy with.
Yeah, that kind of covers that. Okay, let's take some more from the chat that's going on at the moment. Okay, we've got a big one here. We're gonna have to discuss this in a bit of depth. Every single time that we do any kind of live stream event or feedback event, we get this suggestion, and that is, please make virtual children or babies. Now, this is kind of the same as the answer that we've given you to that previous suggestion. Sorry. We would love to give you some kind of baby system similar to other some other life sim games. We would need to make sure that the system is in place that would make it fun for you. If we were to release babies to you guys at this stage, it'd be more like a Petkin, or a prop even, that would just sit in a room, and that's kind of boring for you guys. It would need a system in place for feeding it, maybe watching the baby grow into an adult, that kind of thing. We're not writing the idea off completely, but we need to make sure that if we do, the time is invested into that system to make it work to the best of its ability to make you guys as happy as you can be with the system. Yeah,
we'd hate to tell you like, oh yeah, we're going to release babies, and then you rush in and you get your app open and you jump in the store, and then you buy a pet, basically like a pet baby or a prop baby, and then the excitement would be short-lived. We want to give you something that you can I guess grow with and build a whole lovely little experience around, rather than just going, we've got a baby, plonk, and just pop it down and that's all it does.
Have it crawl around a little bit, and it'd just be a little bit dull, wouldn't it?
We'd hate to get your hopes up for something and then like let you down. We'd rather have something that you're going to be like well and truly excited about. So that's why it's not happened yet, but we do think about it. It is on our radar. Don't think we're ignoring you by not giving you babies.
Yeah, that kind of covers that one. I mean, I'm sure we see that suggestion again, so we're not going to cover it again in this stream, but we can talk about it a little bit more in a future one probably. Another suggestion I've seen coming up a couple of times in the current feed here is, can we drive our cars? Now, unfortunately, due to memory restrictions on mobile devices, we're unable to offer you any kind of open world type environment. As ideal as it would be, having a mobile version of Grand Theft Auto would be huge.
You'd end up with a crashed device all the time, because every time that you would try to get in your car and drive it, your device would go, no, can't handle this. It just all stop.
The reason you can't drive them right now is because if you were to get in them, there'd be nowhere to go. I mean, for example, Liberty Plaza, there's only that one stretch of road. We hate to kind of shatter the illusion for you, but outside of that, the edges of what you can see there is pretty much nothing.
Avakin beyond,
it's kind of the work in progress area behind the scenes, but it's we would like to give you as much sort of like open
absolutely
world as possible, but the scale of Grand Theft Auto 5 would not suit Avakin at all.
Not yet.
Maybe as mobile technology develops, there might be a stage where that kind of thing is possible, and we would certainly revisit the idea. But as we stand, we have no plans of releasing any open world type stuff, and therefore cars will most likely remain static for the foreseeable future. Have you got anything you noticed?
We've had a couple of suggestions about Tapjoy. Tapjoy. We've said this before in videos, and we'll just repeat it again, so we don't get any more questions on the matter. We aren't Tapjoy. We don't own Tapjoy, so unfortunately, any issues that you have with Tapjoy, you will have to bring up with them.
They have their own support team.
Yeah.
For handling missing coins and things like that. We just offer their service to you guys, and as an additional way to earn coins.
Yeah,
yes,
so people who are asking, oh, can we have more offers in my area and that sort of thing, you need to contact them directly about it, because unfortunately we can't do anything. If you contact us asking us about Tapjoy, we will just point you in the direction of their support, so it's quicker and easier for you if you just search Tapjoy support and contact them directly.
Okay, the stream's going
hugging
pretty fast.
I've got a few hugging questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to go? Yep.
Yeah, I can do. So again, hugging and kissing and high fives and all that kind of stuff, sort of basic interactions. Again, they are on our radar, and it is something that we are looking into and trying to find an appropriate system for. We've hired loads of incredible new people recently, and our team just seems to be growing and growing and growing, and we've got a lot of people that can do some cool stuff and hopefully bring this to you in the future. Again, it's a case of just working out a system that, like, let's say somebody tries to hug you and you don't want to hug them, you know, how do you say no thank you, I don't want the hug, or, you know, I don't fancy the high five. But once we've got something in place that lets us do all of that efficiently, then I can't see why not.
Yeah. It's a few of these questions, like we say, they will come back to this once we've got a system in place. Then potentially yes answer, and that's kind of how we work with it. We don't want to give you anything that isn't the best it can possibly be.
And to be honest with you, there's some stuff that's coming out sort of over the next few months that is mind-blowing and incredibly exciting and fun, and it's little projects. Well, it's not even a little project, let's be honest. Huge projects like that take a lot of time, so other things get shifted and that kind of thing, you know, so it's worth the payoff of waiting for, like, hugs, for example, for some of the stuff that you will get, like, within the next couple of months. So yeah, it's on our radar. In the future, just give us some time to make sure that it's perfect.
Yeah. A suggestion I've just seen come up in the chat: why don't we add more languages to the game? We do have, I think it's 9 core languages in game now. As you can imagine, it's quite a lot of work to get them implemented. We also need to take into account whether the app has a big enough following from that country's community before we make any kind of decision on that. But feel free to suggest languages to us, and if they've got a big enough following, I support.
We'll support.
Guess we'll support them. But it's dependent upon quite a few different circumstances.
From your perspective, though, as a user, it seems really straightforward and easy for us to just add in a whole other language, but it's actually quite a big and expensive process. So we need to be able to justify doing these things. It's quite easy, to be honest, as a user to think that it is just Adam here who runs everything. But there's a huge team of us who work super hard to get everything done, and, you know, obviously building these things that we build for you cost money and take people's time. So to add a language in, you know, it's expensive. So we need to be able to justify it. So really, if you're wanting a particular language in the game and it's not in yet, just make all your friends play it and get them to ask for it too. Then maybe we'll be able to move on it quicker.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. We understand you're excited about giving us suggestions, but if you can try and slow it down a little bit, that would be really helpful.
My eyes don't move that quick.
No. Okay, what else have we got?
Can we have body settings? I've seen that one a lot, actually. Again, this falls into the same category as, like, piercings and tattoos. Like hand tattoos is one I saw. So essentially, again, it's on our radar, and it will be part of the new system that we will hopefully inevitably be able to bring to you very soon, or at least within the foreseeable. But it will take some time and some effort, and once it's done, you will have it. And again, it's the same as everything else we've said. We'd rather make sure that we've got a system that is perfect for you before we introduce it. But it is something that's important to us all, because everybody does have different body types, and it'd be nice to have everyone represented. Okay, what else have we got coming in here? So many questions are coming really quickly. Selling items, we've already kind of covered that. In regards to selling items, our main concern with selling items is we can just foresee loads of people getting rid of items that they don't want, and then all of a sudden going, I want these items back. I've got rid of them. And we'd hate to then be in a position of going, well, because once you've deleted an item, it's no longer attached to your account, so we wouldn't be able to go, oh yes, of course you own this, and just give it you back, it'd be gone forever.
There's potential for you guys becoming upset with a decision that you might have made associated to an item. So
at the moment, it's just safer to let you keep everything, because we'd hate to be in a position where you've deleted a really nice dress or something, or a nice new car, and then you want it back, and we're not able to do that.
Yeah, maybe in the future we'll be able to add some kind of auction type ecosystem. I mean, if you've got ideas and suggestions, pop them on the forum. We'd love to see them. Yeah. Let's see what we can get. I've just had a reminder from our administrators for the event. If you do curse, we are going to put you on a timeout. So try and keep. You might even get banned from the YouTube channel. So just try and keep everything a bit polite, please. It's quite hard to see through all the cussing. Okay. Why can't you smoke? Oh, hi to you too. Why can't you smoke on Avakin Life? Because we don't really support smoking. It's not good for you. Don't do it. Please. Guys, you've got to remember that our app is 13 plus. It's an international app, and there are people of all races, religions, beliefs, and we can't do anything that would potentially offend a set of people. So we have to keep everything as neutral as possible. Yeah. So with regards to a lot of the suggestions we're seeing coming through, that will kind of fall under that umbrella. Yeah, without being too specific. Just saw a really cool question about having a open space that could be like a field to decorate for. Oh, I think this user suggested a wedding, but I guess you could use it for garden parties or picnics, or even like a camping sort of environment. That's a brilliant idea, and I would highly recommend getting it on the forum. Yeah, if you pop, that is a great example of a suggestion. And if you pop that on the forum with some kind of image reference for us, that's exactly the sort of suggestion we're looking for. But yeah, that's fantastic. That's the kind of thing that we can, as we are now, give you the thumbs up on and go, that's possible, and we could do that. So yeah, do get that on the forum and give us some reference images, because I think that's a really cool idea. Okay, guys, we know we've just covered the topic of babies. Can you kind of chill that topic down a bit, because it's kind of flooding the chat? Yeah, we're not going to be able to answer any of the questions really if all we see is babies. If you want to hear what we said, you've missed the part about babies and adding a baby system. If you come and have a look at the video in about an hour's time afterwards, you'll be able to jump back and check it out. Seeing a question rolling through there about jobs. Yes, there will be more jobs in the future, in more spaces, and potentially new spaces. So don't panic. There will be more places to work and more ways to earn money. As you know, you've already got the cafe and the bar job. We are constantly looking at new jobs type things for you. So there will be more of them. Don't worry. Feel free to throw as many suggestions about those. For types of jobs that you want as well. We'd love to know what sort of job you'd like to have next.
or sort of work environment spaces as well. Like, you know, pop all your suggestions on the forum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buy a house with a cinema in the basement.
Oh, a house with a cinema is a really good
yeah,
idea.
that's so cool.
Yeah. However, that may require on a little bit of some kind of system adjustment stuff.
Yeah, because I'd presume that you'd want to then go and sit in your cinema and watch something.
Yeah, maybe
rather than look at a blank screen.
YouTube or video.
Some form of video streaming in your cinema.
That would be a cool idea. Yeah, feel free to pop that on the forums if you any picture references for that would be great.
It'd be fantastic. Yeah. Somebody's asking here about voice chat in the game. That won't be happening. At least it's not within the foreseeable. Just because we are a 13+ app, we need to be able to protect you all and make sure everyone is safe, regardless as to your age. Really, we want to make sure that you are looked after. And within voice chat, we wouldn't be able to moderate that, and we wouldn't be able to stop people from saying like nasty or vulgar things. So that's why we don't do it, and we don't really have any plans on doing it either. Maybe
in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, there is some pretty advanced tech with regards to stuff like this. So
again, it's that kind of time and.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of suggestions come through as well with regards to a VIP system. Maybe this is something that we could add to a VIP system if you're to be able to verify your age as being old enough.
Yeah, maybe in the future. It's just something that in this very moment
we can't do it.
We can't do it.
There's no way to do it.
Just because we want to make sure that you're safe and looked after.
Yeah. I've seen one a little bit further back. Why can't? Oh, well, not why can't, but it would be a great suggestion if we were to be able to build our own houses. That is a great suggestion. The tech isn't there right now. Sorry, it's not available for you to do anything like that right now.
It'd be cool though to hear how you guys would want that implementing. Like, would you want to kind of have like a store that you go to and buy panels for walls and then buy your wallpaper, and like how would you want to do it? Like, if you put your suggestions on the forum for that, but we'd love to know kind of what system you'd be happy with for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got any further suggestions on how that would work, just drop them into the chat now and we'll discuss it a little bit more, because I'm really interested in this idea. I think it's probably got some really good potential here.
Yep. I mean, somebody's just asked there as well about the whole VIP stance at the moment, and all we can say is just you know, wait and see. We don't really want to say too much on the matter at the moment.
We have kind of been saying wait and see for about 2 years now, but there's a lot to it. So let's make it perfect, and then one day you will get it.
There's some pretty cool ideas being thrown around at the moment for it. So yeah, I just hold on a tiny bit longer, and I can promise you it's going to be worth it.
I just saw a really good suggestion there, actually.
Yeah.
Adding a gym as a mini game.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
So you can bulk yourself up. That'd be brilliant.
Could you imagine me in the gym?
So you can increase your cardio. I think in games like GTA and stuff like that, you can do that, and it doesn't affect you physically. So you can't see your muscles growing or anything like that, but it gives you stats. So you could have like a stamina sort of stat. Yeah. Maybe.
That'd be cool.
So, yeah, that's not
we
a bad
have
idea.
Got some like pretty cool stuff kind of along the same lines happening relatively soon. So yeah, I mean, I can't see why not. That would be something that we could do.
That's a pretty great
so get it on the forum. That's a really good idea.
A gym as a scene, even without
a mini game, it'd still be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, cool. Good stuff.
You guys have got some really good ideas.
Can you add a job as a dancer? Okay. That wasn't an okay yes. That was.
How would you want that doing?
What kind? It depends on the kind of dancing, because with us being 13+, as you're aware, we can't really be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't.
You could do maybe more theatre kind of stuff, like Amdram kind of dancing.
So maybe we could have some kind of environment where there's a stage or something, and like the venue, but a theatrical one, and you can go out and perform, or maybe even have the job as some kind of game where people vote for
Like
how your
who's
dancing
the
is.
coolest dancer? Yeah.
We used to have another app called Avakin Style, where users would vote on the models' performance as they were walking down the catwalk. It didn't really work at the time, but there's potentially some ideas in there that we could use from that for this.
Definitely.
Obviously, I'm not saying this will definitely happen or anything like that, but that is a good suggestion. If that's along the lines of what you were going for, really.
Emojis in chat.
Emojis in chat.
Yeah, people are asking about that.
I would say that will probably happen this year.
Yeah.
It's kind of, if we're to move forward with Avakin and beyond current trends and things like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way that the world works.
Emojis
now.
are everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, we regularly talk to each other in emojis. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm happy for that.
That's how you know, like, someone wants a
Avakin.
cup of tea, you just get a
Yeah.
little, like, tea
I would do.
emoji. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
So, yeah, it will happen. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Allow giving monies for other players. We used to do this, but then we found that people were unfortunately abusing the system and ruining it for everyone else.
What's this, gifting coins?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, in order to protect your accounts, we removed it as a feature. So it's as nice as it would be. We're not
The
doing
best way is to just gift somebody an item that you know that they want.
Exactly.
Even just outright ask them, you know, what would you like, and do it that way. But unfortunately, we can't let you gift coins.
Yeah. Now, I've just seen something come up in the chat feed that it's not really a suggestion, but I just want to cover it anyway.
Yeah.
But users just asked, how do we become a Lockwood member? I just want to cover this because we get asked this a lot. Unfortunately, there's no way for you to become a Lockwood member. All a Lockwood member is someone that works for Lockwood Publishing here, the creators of Avakin. If you see someone with the Lockwood Lion badge next to their name, they are a member of Lockwood staff. So unfortunately, you can't.
Yeah.
One day in the future, we may potentially add some kind of family system or some kind of
like a clan
or a
system.
guild. So you would potentially be able to have your own
crest.
Crest and club name, that kind of thing. But we're not currently looking at doing it right
Yeah,
now.
it's a very common misconception that anybody can become a Lockwood, as it's called. But anyone with the badge is a member of staff, and you know, when people ask me, I'm like, well, I did an interview like you normally would for a job, and like studied like you normally would for a job, and you know, it's not like somebody waves the magic wand and it just happens. It's a real job, and we all work really hard.
Yeah. Okay, can we have a carnival with rides and cotton candy? Great suggestion.
Sounds fun. Count me in.
Assuming that this would be along the lines of a social spot where you would have the cotton candy would kind of be like one of those instant gifts. What do we call them?
The gestures.
Gesture. That's the one. It's like a gesture. So you could go to a store with your friend and potentially buy them cotton candy.
But
or a
it
hot
could work the
dog
same
or
as a mini
something
game.
like that.
Somebody could work behind, you know, a
Yeah.
counter and serve cotton candy.
That's a great idea, because I don't know whether mobile devices have the memory capacity to accommodate an entire carnival, but maybe in the future we could release a scene that would have like a main street through a carnival, and you can go on the rides, or you can be a worker on one of the stalls serving gestures, which are cotton candy or candy floss as it's known over here, or hot dogs or things. That's a really good suggestion.
Yeah, that's really cool.
If you've got any ideas for that, please explain them in a little bit more detail on forums. That would be great.
With reference images as well.
Yeah,
That'd
with
be
images.
awesome.
Always with images. Or videos.
Yeah. Videos, like
Yeah.
interpretive dance, you know, just
Yeah.
submit anything that will help us.
Sing to us. We love it when you
Yeah.
sing to us.
Even sending your drawings, like if you've got, you know, an idea in your head that you can't find anywhere else, just draw it and send it to us.
Yep, exactly.
More changing names? Was that? More chances to change names. There we go.
Okay.
You are all typing so fast. Like, this is really testing my eyesight. It's limited for a reason. Like, how would you like it if you had a name that you used all the time and that was like maybe like your clan name or something, and then you decided to change it, and then you change your name again to something else, and then you go to change back to your clan name and somebody else has claimed it because they've also had a million name changes? It's not fair, and it, you know, result in a lot of upset people. So
plus I get the general impression from the people that do all the programming downstairs for the app that is quite a bit of a strain on the servers and things like that when you've got in excess of 1 million people all changing their names. So we had to put the 5,000. We gave everyone initially a free name change. Yeah, you
can change it once for free,
and then after that it's 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Which, so you do get the opportunities, and that's pretty much why. We're not going to change that anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
The best advice we can give you is
pick a good name.
Really think of a name that you would love to keep forever and stick with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, seeing drive cars come up again. If you watch the video later of this stream and you scroll back, we've already covered that one. So yeah, take a look at that.
I've just seen one as well, asking why we can't give you coins constantly every day. If we were to give you money every single day, then we wouldn't have a job. We wouldn't be able to function. We are a business, you know. We need to be able to you know, put money back into the game and make more cool stuff for you. So it's just a fact of life, really. We'd love to be able to give you like 1 million Avacoins for free every day. We just can't. The
thing is, what a lot of people don't understand as well is that we, at no fault of their own, it's quite a complex thing, but our game, as in real life, has an ecosystem. Sorry, not an ecosystem. I keep dropping that one. An economy. So if we were to regularly give out loads and loads of coins, those coins would, in long term, become worthless. So therefore, the products that we create would then become worthless, and then eventually, we will go out of business. There'll be no more Avakin Life. So we try to avoid that. We do give you as many free opportunities to earn free coins as we currently can, without swamping the economy.
Yeah.
I think we do give, in comparison to other apps and games,
we give out
a lot of free stuff.
I mean, not just in coins, but we run a lot of events where you can claim free items, and not just free items, but limited edition items and collector's items that you're not going to be able to get any other way.
Yeah, and we also give you the opportunity to build a lot of stuff yourself as well. I know it requires a little bit of patience as you're waiting for the items to build, but I think you can choose from a massive amount of stuff to build yourself. It's I think we're quite generous.
We try to be as generous as we possibly can without putting ourselves out of a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the bottom line of it.
Yeah. Okay, more suggestions. Keep them coming, guys.
I've got a question to pose to you all. Somewhat. We will be doing Gameblast again this year, that we did last year, where we raised money for charity. Just search Gameblast, you'll find out more about it. But pop on the forum what games you'd like to see us play. We've got a list of stuff going already, but if we can play some stuff that you want to watch us play, that'd be great.
Or on social media.
Yeah.
If you don't know what Gameblast is, it's a charity event organised by a company in the UK called Special Effect. They use gaming to as a kind of therapy for disabled people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last year we did a gaming stream for them, 24 hours. Tried to complete as many games as possible. This year we're doing the same, but on a bigger scale.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. So yeah, tune in.
It's going to be great. Yeah.
About that when the time comes.
Definitely. There's going to be. I mean, already there's going to be some great games. I mean, Kathy Rain, which you'd have seen a lot of advertisement for, scrolling around at the start of this video. We will be playing some of that there as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we'd love to know what you want to see us play. You know, we'd like to be able to make you happy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Different poses. That's a good sort of suggestion / question.
While sitting or lying down, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time when we put out marketing assets and stuff. You've got Avakins that are in different poses, and sometimes they're sitting down on beds. Somebody has just asked me to play Dark Souls 3. Maybe I'll try and arrange it.
We'll see.
And don't worry, I won't miss out on it this year. But yeah, so we've got access to pop the Avakins in sort of different poses and stuff that you don't have access to currently. It's not that we have a collection of poses that we just click on in the same way that you guys do when you pose in game, and it takes some work from our team.
Our artists have to individually model move each limb individually in order to place them. When our marketing assets, that's a technical term, I'm really sorry, when our posters for releases are made public, those posters that are super high quality, they're not made in Avakin, they're made in a bit of software called Unity, which we use to develop the app, and there's a lot of work goes into them.
Yeah, they're then like photoshopped and all sorts.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours to 6 hours. It's
like our artists are incredible.
Yeah,
like,
they are incredible.
They're a great bunch.
But they, with regards to sitting and laying down in different poses, that's definitely something that will come in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Like again, we've been expanding that team.
Yeah.
So there's more people that can focus on that kind of thing. So it's something that's on the horizon. And again, we'll release it to you as soon as it's perfect. But until then, just admire the marketing assets and wait for when you can do it too.
The best thing to do if you aren't happy with the way that you look sitting down is to stand up and dance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I keep seeing in chat a suggestion for Kpop. I'm not entirely sure what you... I know what Kpop is, but I'm not entirely sure what you mean by Kpop as a suggestion.
Are you wanting Kpop in the venue? Are you wanting a Kpop style band? Like, is that what you're after?
Maybe. Or the ability to create a Kpop band of your own.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just a bit more information on what your request is would be cool. Yeah, we've actually all got personal Instagram accounts if you haven't gone and followed us yet. What's yours, Adam? It's just at Lockwood Adam, isn't it?
It's at Lockwood_Adam.
Oh, sorry, I got it wrong.
Yeah.
And mine is just at Lockwood Abbey. And do messages on there as well with suggestions for...
Don't leave Jess out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess is... I don't know what her Instagram is, but yeah.
Social Gamer, isn't it?
Jessie
Social Gamer, that's it. Yeah, if you've got like requests for Gameblast, messages on there, and do follow us on Instagram because that's where we're most active if you want to interact with us individually.
I've just seen something come up in the stream here. Solve the problem of the apartment with discount that we charge full price. We actually have refunded a good chunk of those. The system is refunding them automatically, so you will get your coins. Yeah, that kind of police jobs, fire service.
Okay, so the difficulty with having a police job is you would then be taking action against another player, which would put you in a position of being a moderator rather than playing a mini game, which is something that we're not able to do because that would be putting too much power into your hands.
Unless if we were to have a police type job, we would send them on a pursuit for an NPC.
Yeah.
An NPC is a non-playable character, if you don't know the term. But yeah, we could
do that.
Could potentially do it that way.
Or just an Avakin running around in a stripy shirt with like a black sack over the shoulders, wearing a mask. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
When is level 50 being released?
That's more of a question.
Yeah, that's...
It's soon. Hashtag soon.
Yeah.
Winky face. There you go.
We're always working on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nails,
there'll be a big reward
bios,
for that, by the way.
daily quests for Avacoins, all of the stuff that you've suggested there, Galaxy Babe. Yep, we are already thinking about it and working on it, so don't worry.
Okay. Oh, so Kpop clothes and animations, right? Okay. I know that our fashion team are currently watching the stream, so I'm sure they'll make note of that. But yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. Kpop is cool.
I've got one of the cute cat dresses on today, actually.
Oh yeah, I've covered it up with these posters. Sorry, I was doing that because of the Kathy Rain thing, but.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
More stuff like that.
Okay. A haunted hotel. Okay. Would that be a game, a scene,
Or an
like
apartment?
an apartment, or a combination? Maybe.
Or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, is it seasonal as well?
Yeah, it would definitely have to be seasonal.
Just for Halloween?
Yeah. Okay.
Bowling or movie theatre lobby. Again, cool ideas.
Yeah. Any suggestions for any scenes like that? We really do encourage you to go to our forums and pretty much just put pictures up there for us. 'Cause, yeah.
A lot of the time you'll get a reply from Lockwood Cameron. He's very eager on the forums.
Yeah.
I think that's probably his favourite place to be, to
He's
be honest with you.
kind of our forum
Yeah,
guy, isn't he? Yeah.
he loves the forums. So he is always going through there and looking through your ideas. I usually have a scroll through the forums in the morning with a cup of tea when I'm checking through all the social media and stuff. So yeah, do get your sort of suggestions and such on there.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of the same suggestions that we've had already come through. I'll just say it again. Once these streams ended, we've covered a lot of these topics. So if you go back and watch the video again, you'll be able to see our answers to those. Come on, guys, you've got great ideas. Let's really scrape down to the bottom of the barrel. And
Like
find
absolutely wacky stuff
Yeah.
that you might just have, like, you know, burning at the back of your mind that you want to ask us. Just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Come on, guys.
Yeah, we love you too.
Yeah, we do love you all.
We do love you all a lot.
Yeah.
We need a sale. Yeah, we do put sales on all the time. Somebody's just asked there about saying we need a sale. But yeah, we constantly put sales on.
Yeah.
We've got a sale on at the moment, actually. We've
Yeah.
got a hat sale for
if you
Hat
need
Day.
a hat, go and get one.
Go get
'cause
a hat
they're
now.
on sale.
Not got long left to go get a half price hat.
Okay, social media in the game. Okay, if anyone could just kind of give us an idea about what they mean by that, that would be great, because that's worth talking about actually.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay, a spa.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe a spa mini game.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Unless they're talking about the supermarket chain. I think it's a German supermarket chain. But
Yeah, I should want to go nip and get some crisps.
Yeah. Chips.
Yeah, chips. Sorry, crisps is a very
We're rambling on a bit.
UK thing to come out with.
Okay, so a spa is a great idea. Would you like that as a apartment that you can role play as the manager as, maybe, or even a public scene?
Spa
Yeah.
job.
Spa job. What would that be?
Maybe like you've got to
Masseuse.
mix up like face masks or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do in a spa? Like
I don't know.
somebody write on the forums and tell us what happens in spas and what you'd like. Dreaming music in apartments.
Yeah, apologies if we go silent. It's just because we're reading.
Honestly, guys, you're so fast at typing.
Fish tank item. Okay. If it's an item with moving fish in it, we're currently unable to put that into game because of a technical thing. But
Just a technical hurdle that we
It's
will
something we'd
inevitably
definitely
come
like
over.
to do, though, because
Yeah.
everyone loves a fish tank.
Or like a little
swimming fish in.
hamster.
Yeah.
Imagine how cute it'd be to have like a little hamster or a bird.
Yeah, or a rabbit hutch in the garden
Or a
that has a
little guinea
moving rabbit
pig.
in it, or something like that.
They'd be
Yeah.
adorable.
You got all the pets in the world then.
Yeah, degus and stuff like that. Working in a hospital, yeah. I mean, we have already got a hospital scene that you can role play in. But if that's like a hospital job that you're interested in having, then again, go over to the forum and put some
Would-
ideas on how you'd want that to work.
That could be numerous things. That could be a bit like the game The Surgeon Simulator, where you carry out surgery. I don't know whether we'll be able to put something like that in.
Yeah.
But there's also sort of like doing the ward rounds, kind of.
Maybe trying to diagnose a patient.
Yeah.
You know.
But then that kind of thing would obviously require a lot more
A
technical
lot
things
of work,
to happen in
yes.
the. So yeah.
More items like the floating hearts. The floating hearts were from last year, weren't they? February last year.
They were for the Festival of Friendship, weren't they?
Maybe. I think they were for February last year. Yeah, that's cool. If you want more stuff like that, then we can make that happen. That's not a problem.
Yeah, actually, did you mean the quest givers?
No, a lot of people have been asking, you know, for the floating hearts that went above people's heads.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That item.
Alright, okay, that's good feedback, thank you. Okay. Let's see what else we're getting.
Camping?
Spotify in game. That's a great suggestion. 'Cause that would kind of be an alternative to Apple Music for Android users. With things like that, though, that would require heavily on some kind of business deal being done with Spotify. So we can't really talk about that because we don't know if anything like that's on the cards. We do know that we're looking for an alternative to Apple Music for Android users, but we don't know much information about that, so unfortunately we can't give you any information. Okay, we've got 15 minutes left, guys, so keep the suggestions coming.
Sorry if you can hear me tapping away, I'm just on my tablet. Wow, it's going so fast. A bigger mall.
Bigger mall? I thought the mall that we've got already is quite
pretty
huge
big,
anyway.
yeah. To be honest with you, I think rather than having a bigger mall, I think it'd be cool to be able to work in there.
Yeah.
Because there is a little sort of coffee shop in there, isn't there, in the middle?
This kind of brings me on to another topic. I was gonna say the mall is big because you can only really get 8 people in the scene. But that brings me to more people in scenes. Now, as you know, some scenes are 16 player capacities. These are our XL scenes. Due to restrictions on mobile devices, particularly older ones, the memory isn't big enough to accommodate more than 8 people.
Yeah, I guess it's similar to the whole driving cars thing. The space just isn't there.
Yeah. When we say memory, it's basically not storage memory, but the actual processing memory of your device. So your device, if you've got an older device, it doesn't think fast enough for us to give you guys 16 people in that scene.
Yeah, think of it as trying to juggle 20 batons with 2 hands. It's just, you're not going to be able to do it and keep everything running.
Exactly. So what we've done, we've released the 16 player XL scenes for users with more powerful devices, like anything kind of like from your Galaxy S6 upwards on Android, or I don't really know too much about Apple devices, but I think it's around the iPhone 6
upwards,
and going upwards from that. Yeah, those can run those scenes, or should be able to run those scenes fine. Anything in the next bracket up from that, at the moment there's nothing that's going to be powerful enough to smoothly run anything more than 16 people per scene. But this, as technology develops and as it grows, I'm sure our app will develop with it, and our app is Avakin Life, by the way. And I'm sure there will be more people in scenes in the future. Okay.
A courthouse.
Courthouse. I'm not sure how that would work. If
Yeah.
you've got any sort of ideas as to how that would work, please put them in the chat here.
Oh, piggies as Petkins. Yes, please. Yes, 100%. Cute little piggy Petkins. Like, I love pigs. They're one of my favourite animals. And yeah, I'd love for a little piggy Petkin too.
Okay, Galaxy Babes just said gifting bundles. That's a great suggestion. It's not technically possible right now, but I will pass that on to the team. Yeah, and they'll either say yes or no. Okay, the ability to link yourself to another account, so say that you're married to someone, or say someone's your daughter, or something for roleplay purposes like that. Yeah, there's potential for that. We would rather add a much better system than just a single profile acknowledgement. So maybe some kind of roommate system in the future or something like that. Something that gives you, it's a bit more visual and interactive than just a simple flag on your profile. But that's a great suggestion.
It kind of ties into the whole like apartment sharing thing as well. You know, once we've got a system, that's cool. But until then, we'd rather hold off on it.
Yeah, that's great.
So acting as a job, is that what you're requesting?
Yeah. If you do leave a suggestion in the chat, can you just make sure that you give us a bit of a description about what you mean? Because there's been a few times that they've come through as single words, and to you that may make a lot of sense, but to us that means nothing.
It'd be like us walking into a restaurant and going, potatoes!
Yeah, do you want mashed potato, fried potatoes?
Fried potatoes are a thing, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fries, isn't it? Yeah, that kind of stuff. But yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
Can Lady Gaga please come to the concert hall? So whenever we actually have a band in the venue, we are working with them, and we can't just pop anybody into the venue without them say so.
Yeah.
I guess it's a partnership, you know. We have to work together on it.
We are doing partnerships with a lot of independent musicians.
Some great talent coming in the venue over the next couple of months.
There is. There's some people coming in that you've seen before. Joseph Knight, very talented acoustic guitarist and songwriter. He's going to be back in the venue, as well as
the Dandelions.
We just had that confirmed today. That the Dandelions will be back. If you remember those, back from 2016.
Right, pink and yellow outfits with the really cool rock music. They're going to be back.
Yeah, so they'll be back, and as Avakin becomes more and more well known, I'm sure at some stage in the future we'll get some pretty big celebrities on board at some point. We can't guarantee that, of course, but what we do ask is that you just tell all your friends about Avakin and make us as big as possible, and the chances of that happening are greatly increased. And that, so share our social media, subscribe to us on YouTube. By the way, we're rapidly getting towards 100,000 subs on YouTube, and we would like to get there as soon as possible.
Yes. I mean, YouTube's a great platform anyway, and to be honest with you, like, there's some pretty exciting stuff that will be happening on YouTube this year, involving, you know, the community team and you know, people that will be in the venue and such. So the more people we can have subscribe to our YouTube, the better, and the more people that we have on there as well, it gives us more incentive to keep posting stuff on there, you know. So I guess the more love we get from you guys, the more we'll give.
You'll find we're doing a lot more of these streams as well, so
you're gonna get sick of hearing our voices by the end of it.
I tell you what, if you just move your finger down the YouTube app slightly and just press subscribe.
Yeah, just
now,
hit subscribe,
well.
you know? You might as well. Every subscription is a nice little cuddle for a kitten somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so more suggestions.
Penguin outfits in Avakin. That's a really cool idea. Pop it in the forum with some reference images.
Yeah. Eating, drinking and sailing, fishing. Okay, so activities, so to speak.
We've kind of already covered this, so once this has gone out, just scroll the video back and have a listen.
Okay, right. Come on, guys. We've got 5 minutes left. Let's see what other suggestions.
Yeah, hit us with your best
suggestions.
Just
give us some crazy suggestions. The most craziest things you can think of.
What's the craziest thing that you can think of, Adam?
Wow.
Whilst we wait for some ideas.
On the spot now.
For me, it's a spaceship.
Yeah, that would
like
be
a
great.
Spaceship would be amazing.
Or like a public scene or an apartment.
I'd love to own my own spaceship personally. Like,
that would be
an
awesome.
apartment.
So you could maybe view Earth and out of the big window and then see stars going past and things.
That would be the dream. Like
really
a spaceship with my little piggy Petkin in there.
You'll have to put a little spacesuit on the peg.
I'll just have to keep leaving chocolates around for everyone and little notes.
Yeah, there's my crazy suggestion off the back of your suggestion. Spacesuits for pigs.
There we go, spacesuits for pigs.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Freckles, you get that was possible. Can't see why not.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. We could potentially add that as some kind of makeup.
Yeah, you could have that as like a face paint item.
Face paint, yeah. That's
Then you could still wear like your eyeshadow and such.
Okay. Unfortunately, we don't have any control over Tapjoy's offers, so you would need to contact Tapjoy
More
support.
interacting with Petkins, that falls under the same category as interactions with other Avakins. So yeah, once we can, we will. But until then, we're holding off until it's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, space station. See, Mike, you know. It'd be so cool.
What would the space station be in the style of though? Because it's quite a broad idea.
I mean, like, I don't want to offend any Trekkies out there, but like, I'm a massive Star Wars fan.
Yeah. I'm not too down with the Trekkies either.
Unfortunately.
I'm more
like,
of a Star Wars
I still
person.
love you all, but yeah, I'm a bit of a Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm also quite a big
fanatic.
fan of the real life space programs around the world. So maybe the International Space Station. That'd be a good idea.
so cool.
Yeah.
Add a zoo.
Zoo's a great idea.
Zoo's such a cool idea.
It's
Yeah.
been suggested before.
A zoo in space.
Yeah, space zoo.
Space zoo.
They could all wear.
With a pig wearing a space suit.
I've never seen a pig in a zoo. That's a farm.
Yeah, but we're thinking crazy here, you know?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you could have different spacesuits on the different animals.
On all the
so
animals, yeah.
the giraffe would have a really long spacesuit with a tiny little
Little
space
bobble on top.
bubble thing.
Yeah, but craziness aside, yeah, the zoo would be cool. Oh, so Adam, you getting loads of love. That's so sweet.
Thank you. I love you too. With the zoo, that's a really cool idea actually. 'Cause
Yeah.
you could do like a main. It wouldn't have to be too complicated, so it wouldn't actually take up too much memory. I don't think. It's just the moving animals that might be a little bit memory expensive. God, all these technical terms. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Your head's just stuck
moving
on pigs and
animals,
spacesuits.
and whenever something's moving takes a lot more memory than something static on a mobile device. So maybe we could have some kind of main street of a zoo with some like animals that you can look at and have it more of a social lobby.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you sit on the chairs
And chat and stuff. And maybe have like a little gift shop where you can buy little like mini trinkets of the animals or something. It's another opportunity for a job there as well. But yeah, zoo's a great idea.
Okay, ice rink, that's a great idea. We don't actually currently have any way to do ice skating though. But yeah, there's potential for something like that. I'd be more inclined to release something like that in the winter time, so maybe towards the end of the year.
Definitely.
It's a good idea.
It's something that is possible, and to be honest with you, it's something that we have discussed before. So yeah, just pop it on the forum and give us some suggestions of what type of ice rink you'd want as well.
Yeah. Amusement park, I'm assuming that's along the lines with the theme park.
Yeah.
We spoke about carnivals earlier in the stream, so it's a great idea having theme park rides, that kind of stuff. But I think we do have to add quite a lot of tech stuff to the game before we were to introduce anything like that.
I guess it'd kind of come into the same category as the cars and such. Like it'd be a kind of high impact activity on your device. So it's one of those that we'd want to make sure we've got spot on before we do anything like that. But it is a really cool idea. I really do like it.
Nike and real brands as a suggestion. This is going to be the last suggestion we'll cover actually, because we've got to go soon. But yeah, we do work with some real brands already.
With them Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, Bloomingdale's, Garage, Dynamite.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Oh, and Apple Music as well.
Yeah.
We are constantly looking and negotiating with companies to do
Cool
deals
stuff,
where we can
yeah.
feature them in.
We've done
in
some
app.
furniture as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got some designer furniture from, I forget who we've got. Yeah, if you look at the Avakin store, you'll see the different real life brands. There's also opportunities to purchase their real life items through Avakin, so you can click through from there. Okay, thanks for watching.
It's been
the
an
stream.
hour. Oh, I've come to an
Yeah.
end already.
It's finished. That went really quick. Thanks so
Yeah.
much for all the suggestions.
It's been lovely chatting with you all as well. Like, you're
Yeah.
all absolutely amazing, and if I could give every single one of you a big squidge, I would.
Yeah. Yeah. Squidge is Abby for hug.
Yes.
Boy. Yeah. Okay. Right. Remember to follow us on our social media and stay up to date with everything Avakin Life. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we will be giving away a really nice reward when we get to 100,000 subscribers. You heard it here first. When we get to 100k, we'll give you something cool in game. Right. Okay. Did you enjoy this event? If so, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next Wednesday for our apartment live stream, where we're sneak peeking.
An apartment.
I'll give you a little bit of an insight into what this is going to be just before we go. Actually, you may, if you follow us on Instagram, you might have seen probably the most active post we've ever had or put on Instagram. But it was of a really nice apartment. We're going to show you around that next Wednesday.
It's incredible.
So tune in here at 3 p.m. GMT to catch that. It's one of the nicest things we've ever made.
If you make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and following all of our social media, you won't miss it.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks again for watching the stream.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone.
We'll speak to you next week.
See ya.
See ya.